We are definitely live. Hello,
Thank you.
hello, hello. See all these wonderful smiles. Wow, I love those smiles. Hi, everyone. Here we are again with this. It's a glorious day, it's a beautiful day. And we give glory to God for being alive to see this wonderful day. I love the smiles, and I want to believe is going to catch up on the people that are all our audiences today.
You better
So
be.
it better be. It's nice to be here. And today on Creative Passive Income Streams, if we can, you can. We keep saying that, we keep, prophesying that, we're saying it, and we know that it's possible. We're going to be discussing, let me say, we're going to be talking about ourselves. I just want to talk to the ladies and let them just share some of the things that they went through when they were about to get started with this business, even before they started. What we title this the what, the whys, the hows, the when, all those questions we ask ourselves. And I'm hoping, I'm praying that this will add value to everyone watching us today or who will be watching the replay. So come on board, let's make this fun. Okay. um we all made the decision at one point in time. There was a reason why we made that decision, and we just want to hear it from all these ladies. Before I do that, once again, let me introduce for those who are new on this set. I want to introduce these beautiful ladies with their beautiful smiles. Uh, from Texas, I have Omolara Oti from Omolara Oti Consulting. You just wave and say hi.
Evening, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening. And also from Texas, I have, she's muted though, our main guy. She always spices up this episode, and that is Madam Mutsurayo from
Much love, everyone.
Consulting at .com. All right, and all the way from California, she's 3 hours behind in time. Just imagine that. That's beautiful lady right there, Miss Modupe
How
from
you doing, everyone? Hello.
our usual. I would say usual because she's becoming so frequent. She loves us so much, and we love her
Frequent
too.
flyer.
Oh, yeah. Our frequent flyer guest, and that is Priscilla, all the way from Canada. Can you see
Woohoo!
this? All the way from Canada.
We are global.
Hello,
We
hello
are global.
everyone.
Okay. You know, I'm from New York, and you can see my name is Adebola. And
Mhm.
thank you, ladies, for being on here today. Thank you, Priscilla, for honoring us again. That is the beauty of our business. That is the beauty of technology. That is the beauty of how easy, among other things, that doing business these days is. Because we are from different places and we're able to gather and to just, add value to your life today. So let's get started. Let's, just dive into this. I'm really going to start uh, with Madam Modupe. Madam Modupe, I'm going to start with you. So
Okay.
tell us a little bit about, why you decided to start a business. Why did you think it was necessary? Just give us a gist about what was it that's more, I mean, let me say motivated you, or that, oh, it's time. I got to get something done.
Hmm. Good question. Thank you, Devola. Hi, everyone. I'll save the greetings because I know I've said hi to every one of us, right? Either you're right here logging on or you will catch up on this replay. Trust me, guys. And I know that a whole lot of us are going to be very real. We are real people, and you're going to get it from us very real today.
Yes, sir.
And to some extent, some of us are going to be very vulnerable. And for us to even get to that extent, you know that we mean it and we got our minds made up. Me, for one, I didn't just wake up one day and say, okay, now it's digital business. Mm-mm, mm-mm. As a matter of fact, when you talk about, oh, who is that career freak lady? That's me. Who is that individual who is looking out to say, okay, I'm going to climb all the ladder of my career? Then you got it. That's me. Who is that person that's going to do everything and anything right to just be right? I used to tell myself some lies, okay? Let me tell you that lie. I told myself, yeah, I love this. I'm going to climb up to the top of my career, become that director of whatever, and then I will retire. And that's when I'm going to start something on the side for myself.
When you are
That was
tired.
the lie from the pit of hell that I tell myself.
When you don't
That
tired.
wasn't the devil telling me, because I want to be very real with myself. So that's the lie I tell myself. And so saying I woke up one day and I said it's going to be business ownership and in the digital space, that wasn't me. But something definitely led to another, right, in my journey. I've been in the corporate world for over 2 decades now. And I mean, I love what I'm doing. I love how much I could impact lives and all that. I love the value that I bring out there, but I just know that there was something missing. I just know that I am not finding fulfillment. I am that individual who grew up so early, and I know that the purpose for which I exist is not about myself, me, or just about me. It's not about Modupe or La. That wasn't the reason I was created on planet Earth. And so if I sit down on that radar and I begin to say, you know what, I've got it, that's fine, then I'm not thinking outside of my world, it makes me very, very selfish. So in all my so-called, I call it my Cinderella story of, okay, I'll climb the corporate ladder and I will retire and then I'll find something on the side, which I know was a lie, right? I found out myself it was a lie. It's not a lie that was a lie I was telling myself, right? And I just found out that wasn't cutting it. So if I do the math, figures don't lie, people. When you put things down and then you begin to do the math, I'm a person of number. There is no way this thing is going to add up. It's just going to add up to the level of comfort zone.
Not go
And
balance
I'm not caught up for that.
at all, at
The reason for
all.
my existence is way bigger. So how can I continue to do this and make these numbers add up? So that, for me, at first was the reality. And I said to myself, you know what? I got to do this. You know what? I'm going to have to, stress, just, launch out, whatever it is. I don't want to jump the gun because I know Adebola is going to really take us down there. Our focus this evening is to really educate our audience. Our focus this evening is to really reach out to those people who probably have seen us. We've been on this journey. We just didn't start yesterday, my people. We just didn't start a month ago. But guess what? We've not even reached our bus stop. We're still on this journey. We're getting better and better by the day. So I'm not going to steal the thunder, but to just specifically address what she said. Did you just wake up to start one day? There were a lot of processes that had to happen. So for me, I understood that the essence of my living is way beyond me. It wasn't adding up. Then I got thinking. And that is why, well, it led me to another thing, but I'm going to leave it to her in case she wants to ask me that question. I won't go into that.
Yeah, if I allow her, she will keep going. Thank
No
you
problem.
for thank you for stopping.
I
And
had to
thank you for
respect it.
that.
I had to be very respectful
Yeah.
of time. So
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. And I know every one of us have something to say about that. Uh, Priscilla, what do you have to say to that? I mean, why did you just say, okay, one day I'm going to just in a short, okay, just let us know.
Daycare is expensive.
They can't. Thank you.
Mortgage, rent is expensive.
Oh, Ramolara, do you have something
Property
to
is
say?
expensive. Sending money home is expensive.
Mhm.
Living the life of our dream is here, no cheap.
It's expensive. You need to
It's
find a way
expensive.
out.
So it's two things. Is it that we live and be there, and every day we just go, every day break anyhow. Or we take the bull by the horn and say, okay, you know what? Let's do something differently. because it's only when we do something differently we'll get something a different result. So we can't go through the same route every day and then with the same change come where one pass come. You no go pass come for anyway. Now the same thing when we put in and we go get.
Mhm.
So I woke up and I advise myself by myself. Nobody advising. By the
Good,
time you
good,
press
good.
calculator, you will advise yourself. It's not anybody that will come and say, hey, come and start. No, press
Mhm.
calculator yourself and advise yourself. He balance. He dey
Mm-hmm.
add up. He no
Mm-hmm.
dey add up. So see, I started because I advised myself by myself without anybody advising me because after punching the calculator, no balance. So I knew I needed something different. And the something different is not to keep looking for more jobs to add to what I have, but to go through a different route, which most people would naturally wouldn't go. They'll say, no, I don't want to do business
Okay.
na the
That,
ultimate, na the way out. I don't see am. I no need
okay.
person to teach me or
If
put
I
me
may cut you short, did you see yourself taking a risk?
Hmm. Me, number one, very shy. Don't go there. Camera self to even snap self. I'll carry my face down like this. You snap my side, then to cut talk face people like this because they talk. I want use
Mm.
pass do am.
They
I did
were
not even see myself here today that one day I will now be talking and be looking at camera and looking at people and not see the apple and they look you, they look me, not see the apple. It is the business.
Mm.
The business
that's
has
true.
done for me what education did not do for me. School good though, university good. But what I have learned in this short time in this business,
Mm.
I never learned anywhere. The connection, the networking. See you now, all the way from Obodo Yibo go America, make you go Canada. Then
I
on
totally
a
agree
normal,
with
how would I have known Adibola or no more
you.
Mutura? So this business, make I not to talk, make I pass on to the next person. I know say plenty
I,
things dey to talk.
yes, thank you, my sister. I totally agree with you. I was looking at your pictures yesterday and on your page, and I said, "Oh my." The person that was beside me said, "Oh, this lady is so beautiful." There was no picture that you were turning like this. Everything was like, okay now. Okay now, and that's the beauty of this. It brings us
Mhm.
out of that little cocoon that we put ourselves,
Mm.
and we now find out that the things that we thought we couldn't do. You never know what you're capable of until you
Oh
actually
my
step
God.
out. You need
Yes,
to
sir.
launch. Okay. Um, if I may ask, sometimes people um they've looked into some other things. Maybe they've tried this before and all that. Motulayo, did you ever try anything before this? Like maybe it didn't work, or
You're
how did that
muted.
affect your decision making? How did you say, and you still decide to go? Some people maybe have lost money before in trying to get started with a business. Now,
Yes.
now we're just going to be talking about online digital business. Forget about the traditional brick and mortar. That one is the thing of the past. It's old school. So we want to educate people about our experience getting online.
Yes. Thank you so much, Adebola, for that. Yes. If you're talking about someone that's so inquisitive, I'm here. Yes. Before getting to this business, I've actually done couple of other things, and if getting your finger burnt were actually like physical, I don't think I will have anything to eat with anymore. I got it burnt really deep.
Mm.
But when I saw these, I had that urge to go. But at the same time, I was very cautious because of what I've gotten into before. And I was like, okay, I'm not ready to do this on my own. I prayed. Yes, I prayed and I had that leading to just, go ahead. I did my due diligence, and today I am so grateful I did.
Mm.
Um, if I had allowed what I had experienced about, getting my fingers burnt before to deter me, I know by now I will not be here. I might not even do that due diligence that is necessary for me to know if it is okay for me to take that step or not. So what I would advise anyone, if you are in my shoe, like if you've done things online before, and of course we know there are a lot of you know frivolent things out there, um and you regretted doing it, it's okay. It's okay to make those mistakes. It's okay to learn from your mistakes. But then, will you say, oh, because I've gotten my fingers burnt, I've gotten myself into trouble and all of that, I won't, check other opportunities out, check them
Mhm.
out, and apply the knowledge, the lessons that you've learned in the past into doing your due diligence. Okay, that's what I would say for now, Adebola. Thank
Thank
you.
you, thank you, thank you. You already went into what I was going to ask now, and I just want to put it out. If any of us have also experienced it, what did you do differently, ladies? What did you do differently? I mean, if you found something before this, and you had tried it, or you were burned or anything, did you do something differently? Omura, did you have that experience?
Thank you. For me, I would say I've done so many things in the past that at the end of the day, it haunts me simply because I didn't do my due diligence. Just like Mutranyo said, that you want to do anything, make sure you do your due diligence. No, then I don't have that initiative to like, okay, I want to do something and I want to find out more about that thing. I just want to jump into it simply because my experience of working and getting tired, getting burned out all the time. I just want something different. I just want to do something different. But for the fact that I have that urge of doing something different, it doesn't allow me, or maybe I would say simply because I'm so like I just want it. I just want it. I didn't do that due diligence. So I
Mhm.
went to it, I
Not
went into
into
it,
it.
and at the end of the day, it backfired on me. And so not one, not twice, about three times that eventually all my savings and everything went down the drill.
Oh,
So by the time I saw this opportunity, I said, I just have to take my time. First time, second time, third time, the fourth time, I don't want anything of such to happen to me. And so I decided, okay, if I have to do anything again, simply because I'm having health issue, working multiple jobs, it has affected me health wise. And I work in the healthcare field. I saw people coming to the hospital, coming to the clinic, what they are going through, having multiple jobs. And I said to myself, these people are going through the same thing I'm going through. So what do I have to do, to like cut down this job? What do I have to do to set myself free of bondage of working multiple jobs?
Bondage.
multiple
Exactly.
Very
It's a,
jobs.
good.
it's a
Mm.
bondage. Because
Awesome.
when you
That's
look at it, I don't have time for myself. I was
bondage.
going into
Mm.
ER. I've said it several times. I was going into ER,
Mm.
and I know I'm not the only one in these shoes. We have a lot of people out there that are in these shoes, but they don't know what to do. Although I'm seeing the money, fine, I'm seeing the money, but what about my health? I'm trading my health for money,
Mm.
trading my children for money. And so that's why I said, you know what? If I have to do anything again, I have to do my due diligence. I have to wake up and open my eyes to see, okay, this is what is going to work out for me. And that's how
Okay.
it happened.
Good job. Good job.
Yes,
Thank you.
so
Thank
yes,
you.
so smart ladies.
Adeba, I don't know if you allow me just quickly add on to what
Go
Muchira
ahead. Go
said.
ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just in a very playful mood this evening, my people. You know what? She's raised something very, very essential. And I love all the pointers so far. Muchira said, if do you mean because you've been burnt and all that, does that mean you shouldn't try again? Right? Omolara also shared her experience of how she was burnt. I'm just gonna give an analogy and I hope it sinks. If you're that individual peradventure of something, you probably ate something poisonous. It wasn't out of your own will, it was just by error. Or you probably went to a fast food or something and you mistakenly ate something that is poisonous. Thankfully, it did not take your life,
You, not
right?
you. Mhm.
Thankfully, you got that remedy. My question is, are you going to now close your eyes and say, okay, oh, because I ate that poisonous food, I will never eat food again. I will go hungry forever.
No, it's not gonna
That was
happen.
just an analogy. I hope that sinks to someone. I hope it sinks to
If you
someone.
close your eyes and say you don't want to see bad people, you will not know where even the good ones or the
The
good
good
things
ones
Will
go
pass
by.
away. That's another
Right.
analogy. I hope it
Yes, so
sinks. I hope it sinks.
But it's
I hope
usually
someone is
Let,
catching
let,
it.
let me quickly add something. There was this program I watched one day. There was this white
Okay.
guy. He went into diving in the sea,
Mm.
So one day, Shark hurt one of his hand.
Okay.
And then after, after he got well, like maybe after 6 months or 8 months, I think probably 8 months, guess what he did again? He went back.
Jack, did
Like,
the Jack hit the other hand?
no, he didn't hit the other hand. But I'm like, so for you to like, Shark took out one hand and you still went ahead and
No
go
rest.
back.
You still go again.
You still went there. So
They
I'm
find
like,
Shark for the
some
second
people,
one.
they'll be like, that's it forever.
Yes,
They're not going to do it again. But this guy made millions out of what he's doing, even after Shark took one of his hand.
Mm.
So over to you.
Thank you, thank you. That was a good one.
Better plan, you say. Plan B.
Oh my goodness, ladies. I mean, that was a good one. Thank you very much. And it's just so we don't give up. We don't just throw in the bucket and say, I'm throwing the towel rather and say that's it. When we get burnt, we stand up again and we keep moving. If it's you are dead when you stop moving. When you stop moving. I was listening to the to MLK and he said if you can run, if you can, if you can crawl, if it's crawling you want to do, but just don't stop moving. So we can't stop. We can't be in that passive position and do nothing. Okay. All right. I just want to throw this quickly. Who do you think takes the most risk? Is it the man or the woman? When it comes to business risks, based on your own experience.
I don't know for any other people, but for me, it is me. In my own house, it is me. I'm ready to take as long as I can. I'll do my due, but I'm good with risk. Like I go for it. Not two things. Is it that one? You go this side or you go this side. But I cannot just sit back and say, what if? What if don't help? You know, they help everybody. So if I don't go into it and check it out and see it for myself, how would I even know if it will work for me or not? So the idea of waiting and calculate, over calculation, they give headache because you're calculating, you're doing what before you know, time will pass.
Point for the ladies.
So for me, it is me that takes them out.
Any other opinions? 1 point for the ladies.
Yes. If you ask me, I would say it depends on an individual, but I would say mostly women take more risk than men. Why? Because most men, with my experience, is they want something now. Okay? And that gets them into issues easily. But if you say because mostly, especially because of our background, we see that men are the head of the home. So they want something that will generate revenue now. So if it's not now, or if it's if it's too much, thinking and all of that, no. But women, mostly women are calmer, and they are, they want the details. Men don't, they want it on the surface.
Yeah, but taking risks, sometimes you're not really, it's like, okay, there's a way there. Oh, you are doing it. Oh, it's working. All right, I'm in.
It's women. I would say women. I would
Okay,
say women.
2 points for the women. 2 points for the women. Any other opinions?
To be honest, I think it's relative, and there's a reason I said that. So that it doesn't sound out there to all our audiences that these people are sexist because they are all filled with women, right? So no, we're not trying to be sexist there, but we're just trying to be very factual and very realistic. I say it's relative. We are all wired differently, and I'm not talking about the gender now. I'm talking about how we are wired when it comes to our temperament. We have some male folks, right, that have the tenacity to actually go through the rigor of endurance, perseverance, and all those things, while majority will not. The same thing applies to the female folk. So I would say that I think it's relative based on that individual's personality, based on their temperament, based on who they are. Are they choleric? Are they phlegmatic? Whatever it is they are. Are they, sanguine? Hey, it's relative, is what I say.
You get it there. You get it. Your point.
Sanguine or whatever it is you're saying. Who takes more risk? You
It's
talking about
relative.
your
I just
opinion.
answered you. It's relative, madam. It's relative.
All right.
Depending on who the
She
person
dey
is.
middle. It's relative. She's in the middle. She's not here.
Okay.
She's not
Looks
there.
like
She's
the
in the
ladies.
middle.
For me, I'm not going to support women, and I'm not going to support men. Just
So
like
who are you going to support?
I mean, it's true because in my own home, it might be different in my own home to Motorion's home to Modupe's home. So
That's
in my
exactly.
home,
So you're on my side then.
personally,
That's why I
me,
said it's relative.
That's what we're
exactly.
talking
So
about.
personally, me, I love taking risk.
So another one for the women. So we're
Yeah.
talking about your own opinion. You
Exactly.
know,
I love taking risk. And
I'm
those
not saying
risks
you
are
should
the
talk
ones
about
that
somebody
landed
else's
me in
goal.
trouble in the first three things that I did.
Uh-huh.
But because I don't want that risk anymore. No, I don't know. I still want that to take the risk. But because I want to liberate myself from being burnt again. That's why I have to take it easy and then open my eye, shine my eye where to see that okay, this is gonna work out for me. I've seen people doing this and it's working for me.
Okay. All
Life
right.
itself na risky. Na God dey help everybody. Life na
Yeah.
risk.
Oh, my sister,
Na
you
God
just
That's just it. There is absolutely nothing that is not risky. You
Mhm.
know, take for instance, one is driving out and there was a car accident. I mean, nobody prays for that. If you're, I mean, blessed enough to get out of it, will you say you won't drive cars anymore?
lie
You
lie.
will. The only thing is you'll be cautious enough. You will apply more
Yes. You'll
caution
be more
and be
careful.
extra careful about it.
You'll be more careful. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, ladies. Um, okay, so let's talk about some of the fears. I mean, I believe we had some fears too when when we're gonna get started. The fear of the unknown. Okay, I'm starting something new.
Yes.
What's in there for me? What am I, let's just talk about that. Whoever wants to take it first.
My own
I
fear.
can
Let
go.
me start. Sorry, everyone. My own fear was firstly, I wasn't a social media person.
Mhm.
So when I heard you can make money online for my mind, I say, oh, these people they don't come again. EJ, oh.
They follow
Social
you.
media, how possible is it? Social media, how? Tell me. They say it is true, but that was one fear I had because I wasn't sure it was really possible to really generate income using social media. How now? So I was more like, how? But look around us. Everybody, especially the big names, the celebrity and everybody doing stuff online. Now, social media. Even though sometimes I ask, even the platform we're using now, how did they use make money? If you don't know, you don't know. You need to plug in to know. That's just there are some things you
Mhm.
cannot know on the
Mhm.
surface. It's just like you just buy book, you read the back, all the title, success, and you think the book is no, you need to go deep into the book to know.
Inside the book,
So
yeah.
for me, I was like, social media, it pure, you sure, it go work. That was one major fear because I didn't see the connection between social media and money connects, how they use relate. I didn't see it from the other side until I plugged in and I was able to see it for myself. Oh, this thing are real low. It's really happening. You can generate income from using social media and live the life of your dream as in real life, not be movie. So from the beginning, that was one major challenge I had because I could not connect social media and income together to see how it will work. But
You still went
seeing is
ahead. You still took the risk and just keep
seeing
You
is
know,
believing.
you know.
inside. Okay.
If you know, you know.
If
Mhm.
you know, you
Any
know.
Hey.
any other thoughts
Yeah,
on that?
I remember the
Someone
early
said,
days, and when I saw Coach Abolade's ad, I would watch that ad. It would keep coming on, and I'm like, really? What is she saying? And I was just, I was like, okay. Then I decided, I signed on and all that, right? I followed the lead. I kept telling my husband, I mean, he's my go-to person. I would tell him all the story. I told him everything. He got tired. Dupe, can you just proceed? I'm like, but is it really that my fear was like, oh my God, it seems like we're going to go on social media. I was never on it. The only social media I was on is LinkedIn, and because of the professional platform that it was, that was the only one I was on. The Facebook, I was barely there. I was not even there. Then I keep telling myself, I have to go on social media. That's not possible. Then I keep telling myself the lie that, okay, maybe there's going to be an exception. Maybe we can do this another way around, right? Maybe we won't have to go on social media. Truthfully, my husband pushed me. He kept saying, go and do this thing. You said you believe in it. You said you're well. I said, but that's my fear. I can't do this social media thing. He said, but you have to try it before you know if you won't be able to do it. So that fear was super, super duper gripping on my heart. And, it became like a stumbling block. Somebody's out there listening to me. And you probably had the same thing. In my case, it wasn't like Priscilla that was like, okay, how can income and social media maybe be a parallel? Two lines that never meet. That wasn't my own. My own was like, social media. I'm the last person you'll see on that space. My siblings, if they are probably plugged on right now, they will tell you, Dupe, social media. The last person you'll see on there, right? So it was a shock to them too. So for me, I had to deal with it, with that cultural shock of me coming and then, putting myself out there. And I'm like, I had to then learn it. So I had so many things to deal with. I had so many fears to deal with. I tell my team members these days, and I say, you don't understand where I'm coming from. I had these issues. You are even way better off than myself when I started. I had no clue how to go on social media. I remember Abolade, she probably would listen to this. She told me, sis, you've been welcome to the community. People are congratulating you. Just go there, see the post, and respond. I had that. I said, what? How am I supposed to do that? She said, I said, I don't have that time. Am I going to keep responding? She said, I'll send you the link, just go there and be liking. I said, like, how am I liking? What am I liking? That is to tell you how much I was a novice. I was a novice. But you know what? I sucked it up. It was a cultural shock for me.
You're a pro now.
What did you say?
You're a pro now.
You're not pro. You're not a prof in the matter.
People wouldn't understand where I'm coming from. It was a cultural shock. I embraced it. I was willing to learn. And I had to say, you know what? If I'm into this, I'm into it. I remember my days of late nights. And I had support, right? I had spousal support to just say, well done, you're doing it. Just keep doing it. Well done, you're doing it. Because you already signed up for this. I don't even know what I signed up for. I keep asking myself, how did I get here? But because I had a strong why. The purpose for which I exist is way more than myself. I'm not going to get it in my 9 to 5. Nobody will ever get it in their 9 to 5. Right. I don't care if you become the director. No, it's not your name on that business, whatever document, on the blueprint. So that was my fear, but I'm glad I conquered it. I conquered it. Thumbs up to do it. I conquered it.
I mean, we should just keep going.
Yeah, and, I need to chip in something.
Definitely, you're going to chip in something.
Yeah. So, if you ask me, I think I have all the fears in the world.
And tell us how you overcame the fear.
Yes, all the fears in the world. But the number one I would say is getting myself into something that is fraudulent. With that, I kept, calling my mentor. And I mean, the last day I called her, I was like, okay, sis, your name is, you are from Nigeria, right? And do you speak Yoruba? Do you speak my language? She said, yes. I said, okay, let's pocket all this English we are speaking. Then I told her where I am from. I told her, and while I was talking, she got to know my village. And I said, do you know why I told you that? Describe that place for you. She said, no. I said, okay, if I want to go back to that place, I want to be the one to buy my ticket. I don't want to be thrown to that place. Okay? And now she took me through the explanation of, okay, are you even legitimate in the US? I said, yes. Okay, she said, you can do this business. Only if you are legitimate. If you are not a legitimate person, you cannot even be part of it. Now, that is how legitimate this business is. Because you can get it registered and you can file your tax with it. So with that, oh my God, that fear was completely erased. I started this business in December of 2020. And in March, when we were filing our tax, this business was part of what I used in filing my tax for 2020.
Shit.
So if you are
Oh,
there, you are like, okay, this business they are talking about, how legitimate it is. Just know that I have proven it. 142,000 people have proven it.
Check.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is a legitimate business.
Mhm.
Right now, all our W9s are, they are being posted
1099s.
to us.
1099s. Mhm.
I mean, 1099. I'm sorry, 1099s are, being sent to our addresses, right? So get it done.
That's
Suck
good.
it up, like Modupe said.
I mean,
No excuses.
the
This is
fact that we're still here.
2023. Nobody's gonna do it for you if you don't
Yes,
do it.
yes, yes.
Take that risk.
Woo!
The fact that we're still here after 2 years.
Right.
Each one of us have been here doing this with
For more than
over
2 years. For more than
So
2
we're
years.
still here. We haven't said, they scammed me, Sha.
Better
Something like
plan
that.
is
Like, why did I
plan
call it?
is-
We're still here.
better plan
We're still
is-
going. We handle our challenges. We handle the fear when it comes. We handle those things. We're not giving up because we've seen the light. We know what's in there for us. Omolara, do you have something to say before we round up?
Well, for me, I would say my own fear was when I started. When I first started, my coach happens to be my mentor at the same time. So every time I will call her, even at night, I will call her because she lives in Canada. Time different. So I'll call her. If she didn't respond immediately, then probably in the morning, she will respond to me. So I'm like, okay, is this business? I know it's real, right? I know the business is real. So for me to now start my training, I said, when I look into the training website, I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? Somebody that is working multiple jobs. So what time do I even have to do this training? And I said to myself, you just have to do it. You've seen people testimonial when they started. Some people do their training in 2 weeks. I said, 2 weeks. How is that possible with all this thing I'm looking in my front? So I took that time. If you don't take that time to do something for yourself and you're using that time to work for some people else, you are just working for them, right? You are working.
You don't do it, who will?
Who else is going to do it for you? So because I said, I need this thing. It has to be done. So I gave myself time, 1 hour per day, sometimes 1 hour, 30 minutes, sometimes 2 hours. And in less than 3 weeks, say max 3 weeks, I finished this training. So after I finished the training, I said, okay, I've conquered one fear. So for me to now go on social media, right? I've been doing my posting like, okay, I'm going professional this time around, right? So I'm doing the posting. So when I get to do my first go live, hey, oh my Jesus Christ, I felt like the ground should just open and like just close me somewhere.
But you did it.
Yeah, I know, but facing people, facing crowd, I can't even face 2 people, not to talk of facing the whole world. You are doing your goal like you are doing life. You think one person is seeing you. You think you are just seeing you in US. They are seeing you everywhere. So I said to myself, oh my goodness, my first go live. I said, I'm just going to do 2 minutes. For the fact that I said, Lord, just go with me. I've been practicing right in front of my mirror in the restroom. I'm like, I'm shaking. My body is shaking. I'm sweating. I said, but come off it, Lara, come off it. There are a lot of people, even the people that don't even speak like you are speaking. I might not be really, really fluently like all these Oyibo people themselves. Sometimes they will call me at work. They'll say, oh, you have accent. I say, really, I have accent? Fuck accent. I don't care about that. As long as I'm getting my money, as long as I'm getting paid. So on my first go live, I did it. I never knew I was going to do it. I programmed myself to do 2 to 3 minutes. So, but for the fact that I saw people in our businesses coming in, chipping in, seeing their comments, that now gives me that, that's courage. Like you can do it. That's what 2 minutes turned to 20 minutes.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, it was my first one. And since then,
plan is
yeah.
Plan A, better plan is
Yes.
Plan B. No pain, no gain. No face, no gain.
It's been a wonderful time.
Yeah.
It's been a wonderful time. And
Wonderful.
thank you, Entertainer Modupe.
Just do it. Just do it.
DJ
All right,
Modupe.
ladies.
You're
So
not getting support. Just do it. People are
just do
telling
it.
you down. Just do it.
Just do it. Just
You
do
think
it.
it's a challenge? Just do it. You need
Thank
it.
you.
You need it.
So
Just
one
do
quick
it.
quick one. So if you are out there listening to us this time and you're thinking, okay, with all what we have all said, one maybe this apply to you, this apply to you, just come out of your comfort zone. You never can tell, right? So if you don't take a step, nobody's going to take that step for you. If you have been doing multiple jobs and you are killing yourself to the extent that it's affecting your health. In my own case, it affected me real bad. They have to be seeing different specialists. So if you are that person in that shoes or in that case, just come out of your comfort zone. You know, if anything happens to you tomorrow, that work will replace you in less than 1 minute. They will replace you. If anything happens to you, who is going to take care of your children or your husband or your family? And if you are so, let's say maybe you are the breadwinner of your whole entire family, guess what is going to happen to them? They all will suffer.
Jesus.
So if you don't want them to suffer, you want to live a good life, do something in the online world. It is so flexible. You are not carrying anything. It's just
Thank
so
you.
flexible. You can do it. If
Thank
we
you.
can do it with all the experiences
you.
we've had,
Thank
you
you.
can do it.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, these ladies, they don't want to stop today. We've gone over
We're
our
not
usual
stopping.
time.
We're not stopping.
Wow.
Thank you, ladies. In fact, this has been a wonderful time. I wish we could continue, but we don't want to get our spend too much time. Maybe we will come back. I mean, we're coming back again anyway, and then continuing this fire. All right, people, you've heard it all. You've heard it, or you've had our own experiences in one area or the other. You can do this. And somebody may be saying, is it by force to start a business? It's
Of
not
course
by
it's not.
force.
By force.
You know, I will have said Priscilla should help me put it in pidgin, but no be by force.
No be
It's
by
not by
force.
force. If I allow her, she may go too far. It's not by force, so people. But this message is for those who are ready, who are looking to do something, who really wants to change their life, who are tired of that, regular grind, who wants to build a legacy for themselves and their family, who are looking for a way out, but they are not sure how to get started. They don't know what to do. This is for you. Those few, those maybe 1%, this is for you. This is not for everybody. If you're not interested in business,
Yep.
you don't have any business with this, okay? So we are not lording things over you. We're not pushing you to do what you don't want to do. But if you really want to do it, take it from us. Very easy to get started. Very easy to find information without any commitment. Reach out to any of us. You see our URL on the screen. Visit our page. You may be watching from one page or the other now. Just reach out to that person. Get the details. You will see everything you need to see before you even commit to anything. You will see all you need to see. You will know all you need to know before you commit to anything, and you will not regret it. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for those who were live with us, who are live with us now, and those who will be watching the replay later on. We just pray that this will add a lot of value to you. This really help you to make that decision if you've been planning, if you've been, debating on what to do. And we hope to come back very soon with something of value again to everybody. Thank you to all our beautiful audiences, all our fans on all our pages. And I just want to use this opportunity to say thank you to that wonderful coach of ours that we all have in common.
Yeah. Big shout out to Abolade family, wherever you are. Thumbs up to you, Abolade.
We love you so much. Thank you for showing us this way, and thank you for watching you all the time. I mean, we're so proud of you. Bye. We don't want to go for that again. And so okay. Thank you, ladies, for making this a fun time. Can you turn the volume on?
Oh. I thought I did. Sorry.